All right. Our fourth speaker is Joe Redmond. He is a BCE major. He is also a freshman. And his favorite kitchen pencil is a pasta maker. And I like pasta, so I'm going for that. Joe.
Well, as you might be able to see from my chapter, I'm talking about God. So if you're looking around yourself, you're saying, hey, we're in a chapel right now, so I'm dealing with a little bit of home field advantage, which I will be making use of. However, I digress. My name is Joe Redmond, and I'm going to be talking about the benefits of going to a small, medium-sized Bible study. Let's start off with a question for a little bit of audience participation. Who here, at the mention of finals and going into this stressful holiday season, is functioning at 100% capacity? Zero stress, getting enough sleep, all your problems are getting solved, whether by you or your parents who know more about you. It's okay to answer. It's okay to say yes, it's okay to say no. I understand that dealing with, thank you, I appreciate that, sir. I understand that dealing with finals and dealing with all of these stresses are very difficult, very hard. What's your name? DJ. DJ, sir. What bothers you? What's preventing you from functioning at 100%? School in general. Isn't it preventing us all? As much as I'd like to go back home and sit on the couch and watch some ESPN or something else that most males my age do, I don't understand. Why do we like sports? That's not the point. The point is, I'm here to talk about how going to a small Bible study can help you deal with the stress that school provides, or some of the other less desirable effects that are on your lives. Bible study will help you live a healthy, Christ-centered, and community-driven lifestyle. Let's start with the first point, clearing your mind and relieving stress. Clearing your mind and relieving stress is definitely something that everybody should strive for. Again, I ask the question, who here is dealing with zero stress? No one? Dang it. If anybody of you are dealing with zero stress, you need to talk with me afterwards because we're going to make a lot of money. But, sadly, almost no person today deals with 0% stress. That's because they're realizing and they're constantly adapting to what they have to do from day to day, whether it be solving issues, communicating with people, or simply sitting down and reading a book. It can be hard for people. I know, I'm a very active kid. In a 2002 book on relationships, Jane L. Fryer states that trust makes relationships more comfortable. Would you rather spend time with people who trust and respect you, or people who question your every motivation and every desire? Now, a lot of times in school, people are constantly questioning what you're doing. A lot of times, those people are teachers, and they do that because they want to elevate your thinking, your critical thinking, and they want you to make connections, and they want you to understand the topics that they're talking about. However, being questioned day after day, month after month, week after week, year after year, can get kind of stressful, so I realized why people want to relieve stress. Being able to talk with friends is something that is so pivotal to relieving stress because it shows that other people are in your situation and you are not alone. You never want to be alone. So, I would suggest that finding a group of people who you can talk with to relieve stress would be super helpful. Knowing friends can also create a safe space. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable to people by talking to people and getting to know them. Think, hey, this person is my friend. I go to Bible study every single week with them. I know that they're going to love me because we read the same message. We come, we ask how each other are, and we actually listen. Sometimes those friends, however, are just there because problems can't necessarily be solved with a quick 5-minute conversation as much as we pray they do. Sometimes it's good just to vent. You have a problem you're dealing with internally. You're thinking, man, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this, and nothing seems to work. Sometimes being able to talk to someone and say, I don't understand why this is working. I don't understand. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, nothing works. Sometimes being able to just vent to people becomes really helpful and cathartic. Friends you make there will love and want the best for you. They know what you're going through, and they want you to succeed in life because they're your friends and they care for you. In a 2019 psychological article, Lorez L. and colleagues states that being in others in a religious group has a buffering effect with relationships between a stressful life and depressive symptoms. Being able to talk to people is what allows you to relax and talk with people about those problems to find a solution. Community helps, but the faith, the thing that binds us together, why it's called a Bible study, a community Bible study, is an excellent point on how to learn. So many lessons can be learned from the Bible, and a lot of times they're really confusing. I gotta say, 2,000 years ago, language worked really differently. And sometimes it's really hard for me to read the Bible and go, oh yeah, I know exactly what Jesus is saying. That doesn't happen. I'm a little bit of a slow kid, but I get there. However, given time and given a dedicated point of people to look at the Bible and study together, you will begin to learn those lessons. People in Bible studies are similar age. In my case, I'm a college student. I deal with college student problems, finals, homework, relationships. Apparently boyfriends and girlfriends are something that people have nowadays. Still working on that one. But I understand that relationships can be very stressful. So when you talk to people who are in the same position as you, they have similar situations and they've experienced similar problems. If I talk to Johnny, who has just recently gotten out of a breakup because I went out of a breakup, he knows exactly what I'm going through and he knows how to help. They look at the Bible for similar reasons and they find those same uses. They've been looking in the Bible for other stuff, so you can help them with problems that they're looking with and they can help you with problems that you're looking with. The Assistant Professor of Religious Education, or DCE, Grant Carey, suggests that having the students lead these types of worships and studies gives them an excellent opportunity to see how they would react. Being able to look at these and study them and talk to other people. As a religious education major, I die for those chances. That's exactly what I want to hear. I don't want my first situation to be able to teach people to be when I'm being paid. I want to go into those types of situations knowing that I'm going to do well. And having friend groups in these types of situations is exactly what's going to help. Lessons from those will oftentimes carry into the rest of our lives, being able to talk with people because they have those problems. You and I probably have a lot of similar problems, and if we talk, we'll get through those solutions, and we'll remember those solutions because we talked about them with a friend rather than reading them somewhere on the internet or in some book. A community is not just a people with extra time, leading me to my third point, but a community of believers who want and know you and want the best for you. In the 2018 Psychological Art of Manzar, Saheed and colleagues state that humans are more open and responsive about their issues and more at ease with healthcare professionals if they have a religious group that they can talk with regularly. A small group Bible study provides an excellent opportunity for caring individuals to meet each other. I don't know about you, but going up to somebody and saying, hey, how's it going? My name is Jordan. I want to hear your entire life story. Can be kind of off-putting to people. But if you go to a group where that's one of the main objects of the group, is super easy and connects people together who want to help each other. They love to help and help in any way they can because that's why they're there. They're there to help and they're there to get help. Everybody comes to Bible study with a different objective, and a lot of times talking to those people in that can really help with that. Now I hear some of you saying, because I was some of that kid, what if sometimes I just want to deal with the problem alone? I don't want to burden other people, I just want to sit there and I want to deal with it myself because I know that everybody else has their own problems, so I don't want to burden other people. I understand wanting to be alone. My grandfather recently just passed away, and I'm dealing with a lot of things that have something to do with that. But I realized after one day of thinking, man, this is not good. This bummed me out, and I was being alone. A good friend of mine, Holly, decided to message me and said, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Why are you being so bummed? And that reminded me why I was in a group of friends, because people cared about me, and I wanted to be there for them whenever they would need me. So being able to care and talk to people is really helpful. In conclusion, I discussed the many benefits today from a clear mind, a Christ-centered community, and a viable solution to problems. However, I can talk about these things all day. You can sit there, and I would be glad to talk about them all day, but we have one more presentation to talk about. But there's only one way for you, a stressed, very tired, and very anxious college kid to know. So I'll see you in the Bible study. Bring a Bible, and maybe even a notebook.